Welcome to another episode of Ausfahrt.tv in English. As usual, I excuse my very strong German accent and I hope you can enjoy this very short review anyway. We are here in Spain today and we are invited by BMW to test drive the new X4. The X4 looks pretty much like the X6, but it's shaped in a little bit different way. It's the first time they separated the line at the side design. Where's the first line coming up here, and there's a cut right here, and comes a new line to the back. BMW wants the X4 to look a little bit bigger in the back. We are driving the xdrive35i that has 306 horsepower and a maximum torque of 400 Newton meters. And we have a 3-liter 6-cylinder engine in here. I'm not really content with the sound. However, the acceleration 0 to 60 miles per hour or 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 5.5 seconds. That's pretty amazing. You might wonder, what is it? By the way, the X4, just like the X6, is built in the US. So the X6 was a real success for BMW. About 250,000 units were built and sold, and you can't really say it's a niche. BMW calls the X6 and the X4 an SAC, a sport activity coupe. And well, other companies just call it a crossover, I guess. It's still a nice car, I think. You see the line from the car. It's a little bit, well, first of all, it's based on the X3. The same platform, it's just a little bit longer and not as tall as the X3. And to get the cube shape, they got the roof a little bit higher here and then it falls down right here. And you'll be amazed when you get in the back seats. You think, well, it's a coupe, so there's no space in the back. Even my colleague Sarah, and she's 6 foot tall, she can sit in the back very comfortable, even with long legs and all her size. To be honest, what you see here is not the regular X4, it's the X4 with the M Sport package. You see it a little bit more aggressive front and rear bumper. We have the M alloy wheels in 19-inch. You have a little M on the side, which kind of looks neat, I guess. And we have a leather steering wheel with an M badge as well. Compared to the X3, you sit a little bit lower in the X4, but to be honest, I've drove the car a little bit and it's not really a sporty feeling. You know, if you want to drive a sport car, you kind of want to sit right on the street. It's still a sort of SUV. You have a nice view when you drive. You can see everything and you feel safe and protected. It's a big, huge car, but still it's not what you expect from a sports car. You can really drive in a sporty way, even with this monster, which almost weighs 1.9 tons. Talking about weight, you can put or store stuff in there with your weight included up to 590 kilograms. And the trunk is pretty huge as well. It has space for 500 liters. And if you flip the back seats, and you can do it in like 40-20-40, you have space for 1,400 liters of luggage. I just got the key, so I got the key, baby. That's an option called Smart Opener. So once you have the key in your pocket and you just kick down here, well, it never works for me, kick. Then the trunk opens automatically and you can put all the luggage in here. So you see, we always travel with lots of stuff, and lifting the stuff up in the trunk, you have to lift it up about 70, 80, I think we measured it earlier, about 80 centimeters. So it's kind of, you know, you have to lift it a little bit. Still, That's a lot of luggage, and due to the 40 40-20 thing. You can, you know, drive with 4 people easily and still, you know, carry your skiers to Aspen or wherever you want to go. I would really like to take you inside. I would just show you some stills. It really feels premium inside the X4. It's really fun to drive too, but I have to say it's still an SUV sort of thing, you know. So all the power, all the good numbers you have and you get, like the acceleration, doesn't really match the feeling you have with this car. It's sort of still a big thing, and sometimes I wish, you know, I'd have more power or maybe just more sound. I don't know. Maybe it's this 6-cylinder that doesn't, you know, suit my needs to have a sporty feeling. And besides that, we really have to go and get to the airport, otherwise we will miss our plane. Just a few words while I'm on the way to the airport about my driving experience with the BMW X4 xdrive35i. It has an 8-speed automatic transmission by ZF, which works with charm. So does the steering. We have different modes, 4 different driving modes, and there's a little switch in Germany. We say Fahrerlebnisschalter, which might translate into a driving experience switch or driving experience button. However, once you press this button in one way or the other, you can choose between 4 different driving modes. So we have Eco Pro, which is meant to be well, a challenge for you as a driver in such a sporty car to get a good gas mileage anyway. So yeah, there might be some dudes using it. I wouldn't. Then we have Comfort, and Comfort is really nice. It makes a X4 to a cruiser and a nice drive, very comfortable suspension, well, kind of lazy steering, and easy going about the transmission and the speed of the power of the engine. And then you go into Sport or Sport Plus, and once a sudden this cruiser makes it a little bit more like a sports car, but not a sports car, to be honest. Well, you know, the transmission just switches the gears earlier when you shift down, or later when you shift up, and well, the sound gets a little bit more aggressive, but to be honest, it's not. I'm not a fan of this, you know, 3-liter 6-cylinder engine. I just drove the M4, and the M4 has a sport exit pipe system, which I like. You know, most people say it's not a V8 anymore. I don't care, you know, still sounds unique, and that's what I like. But this engine right here is kind of, you know, doesn't really kick anything, you know. It's just, it's there, and it gets a little bit louder anyway once in a while. Anyhow, so once you get into the sport mode and you find a curvy country road, you can even have some fun, honestly. No, it's not a sports car. Yes, you still sit like in an SUV, but you know, you can have fun, really. Honestly, the brakes, believe me, they brake. And once you press them really hard, like an emergency stop, the emergency lights start flashing, so the back traffic knows better slow down. This dude is just hitting his brakes. We have several assist systems in here. I don't want to bore you. Those are the standard systems you find in nearly all well-equipped BMWs, like the blind spot warner, adaptive cruise control, like a lane keeping assist and all that. I might add that I'm a big fan of BMW head-up displays. I like the way they present all the information, and it's very crisp. The picture's very crisp. Overall, I would probably go for diesel, but then I'm German, you know. We had a gas mileage of 12.6 liters here during our test drive, but that's nothing you want to take for serious, because, you know, us driving and test driving is nothing about efficiency or even trying to be efficient. Still, I hope you liked this really tiny short review, and stay tuned for more. Bye bye. And we have Sport, which I really don't know what is Sport for. If you have Sport Plus, who's using Sport anyway?